everyone! This is June, and today we're diving deep into day one of OpenAI's 12 Days of Christmas extravaganza. They kick things off with some seriously impressive advancements in their AI models. Now, you've all probably heard of ChatGPT. They have released various models since 2022, with the latest being the O1 preview, which is meant to be a reasoning model, meaning it thinks before it answers. Forget the O1 preview. The full-fledged O1 model is now available. It is significantly faster, smarter, and even understands images. This means more accurate and efficient responses across the board, from simple questions to complex coding challenges. Not only that, but what if I told you there's a supercharged version, a VIP pass to the next level of AI capabilities? That's exactly what ChatGPT Pro promises. This tier offers unlimited access to OpenAI's top models, including O1, and introduces O1 Pro mode. This special mode unleashes extra computational power for those tackling the most challenging problems in math, science, and beyond. Here's an accuracy comparison they showed during their stream. Not only do we see how the O1 models are significantly more accurate than the previous GPT-4o model, but the full-fledged O1 model outperforms the O1 preview in coding tasks and math problems. For the PhD-level science questions, there isn't much difference. The O1 Pro mode naturally does a better job at accuracy. There's about a 7% bump with solving math problems and about a 4% bump for the PhD-level science problems. They also claimed that the O1 model made 34% fewer major mistakes than the O1 preview and was about 50% faster. They demonstrated this by feeding the same history question to both models and observed that the O1 generated a response in about 14 seconds while the O1 preview took about 33 seconds, which is a roughly 50% difference in speed, so the numbers they quoted do check out. The O1 model isn't just about faster response times and increased capacity, although it definitely offers those. We're talking about access to advanced reasoning models. This is huge. Think about it. The current ChatGPT is great at generating text, summarizing information, and even creative writing. But what if we could push it to do complex problem solving? That's the power of these new reasoning models. Now with the O1 model, they have added multimodal inputs and image understanding, which means you can now feed the model much more complex images. They demonstrated this with a PhD-level thermodynamics problem with the system hand-drawn on a piece of paper. Let's take a look.
We have a sun right here taking in power on this solar panel, and then there's a small data center here.
That's exactly what they look like.
Yeah, yep. GPU racks, and then pump, nice pump here. And one interesting thing about operation in space is that on Earth we can do air cooling, water cooling to cool down the GPUs, but in space there's nothing there, so we have to radiate this heat into the deep space. And that's why we need this giant radiator cooling panel. And this problem is about finding the lower bound estimate of the cooling panel area required to operate this 1 gigawatt data center.
Probably going to be very big.
Yeah. Let's see how big it is.
Let's see.
So that's the problem. I'm going to this prompt, and yeah, this is essentially asking for that. So let me hit go, and the model will think for seconds. Okay, so the model finished thinking, only 10 seconds. It's a simple problem. So let's see if how the model did it. So power input. So first of all, this 1 gigawatt, that was only drawn in the paper. So the model was able to pick that up nicely. And then radiative heat transfer only. That's the thing I mentioned. So in space, nothing else. And then some simplifying choices. And one critical thing is that I intentionally made this problem underspecified, meaning that the critical parameter is a temperature of the cooling panel. I left it out so that we can test out the model's ability to handle ambiguity and so on. So the model was able to recognize that this is actually a unspecified but important parameter, and it actually picked the right range of temperature, which is about the room temperature. And with that, it continues to the analysis and does a whole bunch of things, and then found out the area.
Next, they demonstrated the Pro mode with a complex chemistry problem. While the performance was good, it was only a slight improvement over the O1 model. Let's have a look.
I want to give a short demo of ChatGPT O1 Pro mode. People will find O1 Pro mode the most useful for, say, hard math, science, or programming problems. So here I have a pretty challenging chemistry problem that O1 preview gets usually incorrect, and so I will let the model start thinking. One thing we've learned with these models is that for these very challenging problems, the model can think for up to a few minutes. I think for this problem, the model usually thinks anywhere from 1 minute to up to 3 minutes. And so we have to provide some entertainment for people while the model is thinking. So I'll describe the problem a little bit, and then if the model is still thinking when I'm done, I've prepared a dad joke for us to fill the rest of the time. So
I hope it thinks for a long time.
You can see the problem asks for a protein that fits a very specific set of criteria. So there are 6 criteria, and the challenge is each of them asks for pretty chemistry domain-specific knowledge that the model would have to recall. And the other thing to know about this problem is that none of these criteria actually give away what the correct answer is. So for any given criteria, there could be dozens of proteins that might fit that criteria. And so the model has to think through all the candidates and then check if they fit all the criteria. OK, so you could see the model actually was faster this time. So it finished in 53 seconds. You can click and see some of the thought process that the model went through to get the answer. You could see it's thinking about different candidates like neuroligin initially. And then it arrives at the correct answer, which is retinochisin, which is great.
All right, so one positive aspect I noticed is that with Pro mode, you can see the process the model goes through to generate the output. It's a nice touch because if you find any errors in the generated response, you can probably pinpoint where in the process the model made a mistake. As good as these models are these days, you always have to be cautious and vet the responses, and this feature in Pro mode definitely helps. Despite the better performance, it's hard to overlook the $200 monthly price tag for ChatGPT Pro. It is not for everyone. People who might truly benefit from this are power users in the fields of technology and research. It's hard for the average person to justify the price tag, but for businesses and professionals who rely heavily on AI for their daily tasks, this could be a game changer, boosting productivity and unlocking new levels of efficiency. For example, it may be particularly useful for research teams to help verify work or solve complex problems more quickly. They mentioned that APIs will be available for this, so anyone who has integrated previous models into their applications can probably choose to upgrade to this more powerful model. Let's recap. ChatGPT Pro offers enhanced reasoning capabilities, superior performance and reliability, access to cutting-edge models, and ultimately, increased productivity. It's a premium service for users with premium needs. So, what do you think about OpenAI's new models? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more AI insights and updates. Also, make sure to like the video. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating world of AI.